Sheriff John Bonnell. The technology of cops and robbers is becoming more sophisticated every year. But ultimately, it still comes down to outsmarting the bad guys. Tonight, you're going to see some crooks who think they're pretty clever. You're also going to see some cops at their best. So tighten your seatbelts. It's going to be an interesting ride.
Denver, Colorado. A man in a stolen truck flies down the interstate with a fleet of police cruisers in hot pursuit.
We understand that this suspect has a criminal record going back 15 years.
The suspect pushes his 200 horsepower truck to the limit. But the officers have one advantage that this man wasn't counting on. A news chopper following his every move.
Going down Robert Morris Bridge now.
The suspect punches the gas. Because of the traffic, the officers have to back off.
Suspect is way ahead now.
But the pilot gets on the police frequency and guides the pursuing officers.
Westbound on I-70 at this time. Suspect is still going about 85, 90 miles an hour. All right, he's boxed in. He's boxed in.
The suspect has run right into rush hour traffic.
No, he's out. He's out of it now.
But the congestion doesn't slow him down.
He must be capping more than 100 now.
He flies by motorists, bikers, truckers, and even grade school children. Hundreds of innocent lives are in danger. The cops have to stop this maniac. Now, beneath an overpass, the police set up a roadblock. The suspect speeds directly toward it. He can't slow down. He slams into an unmarked police car. The cops quickly cut him off.
He may have had an accident there. He stopped. This could be over. No, wait a minute. He's backing up. He's speeding away.
A cop trains his service revolver at the truck's tires.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
But the bullets narrowly miss their mark.
Okay, we're going on Colorado Boulevard now. Colorado. He's going northbound. Northbound Colorado.
Unbelievably, his driving becomes even more reckless. He even forces an 18-wheeler onto the shoulder. And after nearly clipping this car, he flies through these stoplights.
He's going through a lot of red lights.
It's a disaster waiting to explode. And then it does.
This is a very serious accident.
The innocent victim survives.
Next thing I see is a truck coming. Wonder why he's going. It's my turn, basically. And next thing I know, someone's asking me, are these my glasses?
Now on its last leg, the mangled truck piles into a parked 18-wheeler. This trucker, realizing the danger, flees on foot. The cops quickly arrive on the scene and swarm the vehicle. The man's pulled out and arrested.
Suspect in custody. Suspect is in custody.
This mile-high criminal now faces charges ranging from grand theft auto to aggravated assault. Considering how fast and recklessly he ran, he's lucky the charges don't include manslaughter. The smash and grab, one of the lowest forms of thievery. If something's in the way of what a criminal wants, they'll just smash and grab. Golden, Colorado. A glass door shatters. Two women bolt into a liquor store. They quickly grab whatever cheap bottles of booze they can. The women leave, but a random bystander strides in. But he doesn't call the police. Instead, he grabs as much liquor as he can hold. While the women went for the whiskey and bourbon, he goes straight for the brandy and gin. But what happens when a crook can't even crack the barrier? Forsyth, Georgia. A juvenile strolls up to this closed store. He picks up a large object and heaves it towards the thick glass doors. But instead of crashing through, it bounces off like a rubber ball. The kid panics and runs. No smash, no grab. When criminals can't break in by the usual methods, they do the crash and grab. Atlanta, Georgia, a department store. These crooks used a battering ram, their pickup truck. Seconds later, 3 felons rush in and loot the store. They're in and out in 2 minutes flat. But outside, surveillance cameras catch their license plate. They're as good as busted. Newcastle, England. A stolen Range Rover crashes into a warehouse. Moments later, thieves head directly to the pricey digital camcorders. But the joke is on them. They're being taped by cheap surveillance cameras. These smash and grabbers thought they were getting away with robbery. But they were wrong. They were all caught on police video, with enough evidence to convict every single one of them. It's carnival time in Brazil. Partiers have gathered to watch the launch of a hot air balloon. Its basket is filled with fireworks. But something goes wrong. Suddenly, they start shooting off too close to the ground. The sparks rain down, igniting the rest of the fireworks below. Onlookers quickly realize this isn't part of the show. The chain reaction continues until the entire arsenal explodes. It's like a combat zone as the crowds dodge flash bombs and streaking rockets. 20 people suffer injuries as a night of celebration becomes a night of terror. Sevier County, Utah. Sheriff Phil Barney stops a sport utility vehicle for speeding.
Hi. Could I see your license and registration, please?
He quickly learns the car isn't registered to the driver or the passenger.
Who is Andrew?
It's the owner of the car.
Where is he?
The sheriff checks the names and discovers these are not law-abiding vacationers.
Charge and conviction 1 of 92, fraud and possession of handgun, failure to appear on forgery.
Barney calls for backup and then approaches the suspects again.
I understand you're wanted out of Maryland for forgery. I'd like to look in your vehicle. May I do that? Okay.
The suspects get out. Sheriff Barney makes sure they stay clear of the vehicle.
You step up front with her.
But when the sheriff starts searching the back of the truck, the man and woman stop cooperating.
Step back up in front of that.
Acting like they didn't even hear him, the suspects get into the car.
Hold it.
Backup arrives just in time as the driver starts up the engine.
Hey, get your ass out of that car. Hey.
The cops fire at the SUV's tires, but when the bullets miss their mark, this becomes a pursuit.
You got dope there. Are they? Yeah.
The sheriff catches up quickly.
Chase car.
What he sees next is incredible.
Get out the goal.
The suspect throws kilo-sized packages of white powder out the window. When it hits, powder explodes across the highway.
They're throwing cocaine and stuff out.
But these drug-ditching felons aren't done yet. They throw out another bag. And another. And another. And even one more.
That's about 5 kilos, Dwayne, and he's thrown out.
But Sheriff Barney isn't about to sit back and see how much more these smugglers will dump.
Got your shotgun where you can get at him? Pull up here and let me take his car out of it.
The deputy roars into the lead and levels his shotgun at the suspect's rear tires. When he's in position, he takes the shot. The truck pulls to the side.
Be ready. Cover me, we'll get him out.
And when the suspects finally stop, Sheriff Barney's in no mood for games.
Step out with your hand up and on your face.
He wastes no time cuffing the male suspect while the deputy arrests the woman, closing the book on these two smugglers. Seymour, Indiana. Officer J.B. Hamblin answers a radio call about a stolen pizza delivery car.
The victim in this case was a pizza delivery man. He had walked from his vehicle, with the vehicle running, walked up to a house to make a delivery.
Officer Hamblin spots the stolen vehicle near an industrial park.
I believe I got it in the parking lot down here. They know I'm behind them.
Instead of pulling over, the driver speeds up, daring the officer to catch him.
When I saw the driver weaving all over the road, I initially thought the suspect was drunk.
Without even pausing to look for other cars, the suspect runs a stop sign. He's now headed straight toward a commercial airstrip.
We're going to the runway.
The airport is used by both cargo and passenger planes. If one should attempt a landing now, the results would be devastating.
We're heading back to you. Watch it, 31. Watching.
The suspect cuts across grass to avoid an unmarked cruiser.
I'm going with him. Don't get yourself hurt.
An officer was utilizing a roadblock to try to slow the vehicle down.
Heading directly for the roadblock, the suspect picks up speed. Suddenly, he turns and narrowly avoids crashing into the cruiser.
The suspect chose not to slow down, instead sped up, nearly hit this parked car head on.
He should have slowed down when he had the chance.
And when he came back onto the roadway, he just never gained control of the car.
Amazingly, the vehicle lands upright, but the impact snaps the rear axle like a popsicle stick.
Put your hands up! Looking at me!
When a burly officer opens the door and yanks the driver from the car, he gets the surprise of his life. The driver of this car is a child, a 10-year-old boy.
Unfortunately, the vehicle was dark tinted windows. Couldn't see in the car. Couldn't see the driver at all. Realized that this person may be 90 pounds wet.
The boy wasn't drunk and he wasn't on drugs. He simply didn't have the skill to keep the car driving straight.
Seymour contract intake, we have a juvenile J3.
Because of his age, the suspect was not charged, but his parents will make sure he won't go joyriding again.
I couldn't believe that a 10-year-old fled from me in a car. Was able to drive the car, to reach the pedals, to reach the shift, the clutch, and able to operate the car the way he did.
This may be the youngest pursuit suspect ever. He's certainly one of the smallest, and definitely one of the luckiest.